Okay, it's a beautiful morning. What better way to start the day than with a wheel of accountability, holding Travis County Sheriff's Office accountable for their actions over the past number of years, things they've done, hypocrisies, and just plain out corruption in many cases. Our last wheel of accountability was on Sheriff Hamilton, Greg Hamilton, who since then has testified in my hearing, and I'm guessing either saw or heard about his episode on the wheel of accountability because at the hearing he had no love for me whatsoever. In fact, he should have terminated me over two ways that I honored my deputy that occurred at a time where their doctor diagnosed me with a minor trauma-related injury. I think I'm going to start each wheel of accountability by saying things that I forgot about the previous contestant. I forgot to mention that he got a majority of his campaign contributions for his runs as sheriff from owners of strip clubs. I think that kind of says a lot about his character and who's funding him, and I'm also aware that he spends a lot of time at strip clubs. A lot of people have notified me of that, and in fact, someone said they even had a room designated for him. That I don't know if that may be an exaggeration, but he's kind of known to be a player around the sheriff's office. In fact, he was having affairs with several county employees, and his wife, who was just an absolute sweetheart, went up there on several occasions. The sheriff's office kind of raising hell about his extramarital affairs with county employees, his subordinates. So anyway, let's get to the wheel of accountability. Here we are. Let's see. Some may make it difficult, but let's give it a spin and let's see who the lucky contestant is. Looks like it's gonna be HR Janie Vasquez. It was almost Dr. Kwolek, but it was HR Janie Vasquez. So human resources, make no mistake, they are not there for you. They are not there for the employee. I've learned this. I was naive enough to think that they were. There was one person there who was very helpful. It's probably better I don't say her name. She knows who she is, because I don't want to put anyone as a Loughran sympathizer. But Janie Vasquez, she'll be a very sweet lady, and so if you need anything, call me. But when you call her, she doesn't answer. She was the one that when I was sent for a fit for duty. She was the one that was advising me of the fit for duty test, and the first doctor they sent me to, Dr. Brandy Miller, the report came back. Dr. Miller, after hearing the whole story about what I experienced with Jessica, and she was surprised that I didn't have any time off after the funeral or anything, and she was really surprised at the list of responsibilities that were given to me that week. And again, those weren't out of animosity or anything. It was just because I'm someone that took care of something. If they asked me to do something, it was going to get done, and they knew that. And being Jessica's supervisor, asking me to go to her apartment the day after we recovered her to pick up her county issued gear, speaking at her funeral, just a number of things. And Dr. Miller was kind of surprised that I didn't get any time off, and she asked me what I wanted to happen. I told her that I wanted some time off. I wanted to do the EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing that I had started at a critical incident seminar that I recently attended, and I asked her to, in a way, to find me not fit for duty. So when they did, when I was put on family medical leave, and Janie Vasquez was in the room when she ordered me, her, Major Poole, and pretty much gave me the paperwork and told me I'm going on FMLA. Well, I've learned it's against federal law to order somebody or even request somebody to go on family medical leave. And HR was no help. At that meeting, I asked, how is this not workers' comp? This report clearly states that it's a work-related injury. And that was just kind of swept under the carpet. No, you're going on FMLA, so okay. Eventually, I initiated workers' comp, and the one person HR that helped me, it ended up getting approved, and then it was denied with 1 day left of FMLA had it been FMLA. So all of a sudden my workers' comp is now denied, and Janie Vasquez with Human Resources is there, and along with Kate Kearney, of Human Resources, and then Billy Poole and Craig Smith were there on that day and told me I had to write a memo to the sheriff in order to keep my job. And if the sheriff didn't extend my FMLA, which he wasn't obligated to do, that I would be terminated. And I had to send my letter to Craig Smith and Billy Poole, and both of them recommended my termination over giving me extended leave, because my 12 weeks had expired based on their doctor's report. And just I think I mentioned that report said that he clearly doesn't have PTSD. In fact, his stress is lower than peace officers. And then when I went back to her follow-up with that same doctor, I was found fit for duty. Okay, and then they found the smallest of reasons, which was just another blown-up example of how they were coming after me. I was sent back for another fit for duty, and they wouldn't send me to that same doctor because she found me fit for duty, and they didn't like that. So they sent me to the doctor of their choice, who happens to be, when we get to Dr. Quillick, we'll really talk about the ethics violations that were committed and whatnot in that. And it was Janie Vasquez with HR that sent the emails. I don't know who made the decisions, but she was no help whatsoever. And a note to especially Travis County employees: HR is not your friend. They'll answer questions for you. They'll help you out, but when it comes down to it, they are there to protect the county's interests. Again, I've been naive through a lot of this, and that's what I learned. So yeah, that's where we'll leave off with Janie Vasquez and Human Resources at Travis County Sheriff's Office. Yeah, I guess that's about it. We'll get to next week. That's not a super informational one, or I'm not getting any personal matters with her, but just the fact that she wasn't there to help me, not there to help the employee, was ordering things that she couldn't do legally, not knowing or knowingly making me put me on FMLA when there's federal laws against that. So that's a biggie, and just kind of a warning to county employees: don't trust HR. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.